I think you're going to like this picture.
Ready? Go.
He's got 2 hours shoving a 30-minute bag. Sox tickets. Next time you hear Hawk say, "Dang, give it." Pair of tickets, June 10th. Sox Tigers. Next time you hear Hawkaroo on our contest line. Jay, should we give the contest line out or reward our longtime listeners that already have the number written down or on a refrigerator magnet thing over there?
Let's give it out. We didn't yesterday, so let's give it out today. I'm in a giving mood.
You're too benevolent. I am malevolent. I am ill-feasanced today. But if you say so, let's get a third vote. Nick, should we give the contest phone number out or reward the longtime thumbs down? Well, you know what? 5916700. Benevolent Murph. All right, let's do this. We have White Sox baseball. How you doing, everybody? Murph with you from now until 12:30. Sox baseball at 12:30. And I'm driven to you, as always, by ChevyDriveChicago.com. Let's see now. I have about a dozen. You know what? We got to shove. Usually 5 hours into the 2-hour show. And today, 2 hours into the 30-minute show. Got a lot to cover. We gotta rifle through all this. Chuck Connors, gotta love him.
A rifleman.
All you youngsters, go Google up Rifleman. Read about it, Chuck Connors. One of the great TV shows of all. Still on MeTV, right? Saban and the guys doing a great job over at MeTV. All right, I must rifle through these.
Number one, Murph.
All right, number one. Why is Ozzie Guillen so stinking mad? Why is Ozzie so upset? Ozzie's mad. He's mad about something, and he's giving us the old misdirection. He's giving us the counter buck. He's going one way and coming back the other. You'll end around the double reverse. Ozzie's mad about something. I think I know what it is. Here's Ozzie prior to last night's Sox loss at U.S. Cellular to the Oakland A's and another rook.
I don't care about winning. I don't care about you. Hit. If you don't do a W, the lineup's going to be the same. But it's amazing how people misunderstand when they want to try to be a manager. They try to make lineups. They try to do everything. They don't know what happened behind the scene. I played this kid because he needs some at-bats. If Brian playing today, if Brian go 0-4, all the fans out there, please send me a text. And all you guys who ever talk about it, talk about it today.
Right.
Why we played Brian Anderson today should be wise.
Oh, you got it.
I did it for a reason.
Turn off the TV.
I do it for a reason. The reason is my problem. It's not anybody else's problem why you play.
Turn the radio off.
I take the full responsibility of playing him.
Don't buy a hot dog.
Because I'm the one who made the lineup. If they don't like it, when boys come to it, turn the TV off, turn the radio off, go around and start walking the concession stand. They don't have to watch it here.
Oh, man. Oswaldo. Muy PO'd. Why is that? I think I know. And we got the shortcut of that at the very end right there. Let me hear that again, the end.
If they don't like it, when boys come to it, turn the TV off, turn the radio off, and go around and start walking the concession stand. They don't have to watch it here.
That's good. You know, I love Ozzie. I mean, Ozzie's fun. Ozzie likes to put the stick in the beehive. I'll tell you why. Oh, by the way, I wonder how Brooks Boyer and the marketing guys are feeling when the phone calls come in today from the White Sox sponsors. Last I looked around, radio, TV, sports, advertising in general is, you know, a little soft right now, just as the economy. It must be nice to be Brooks Boyer today and be fielding phone calls, or maybe even all the way to the chairman from the big sponsorship groups. Did your manager say to turn off the TV? Would that be right about when my expensive commercial is going to be running? But see, that's Ozzie. He's mad about something. Ozzie is PO'd about something. Hey, I know what won't make you upset. You'll have a great time. Hey, my friends Jack Phelan Chevrolet. You got to see Jack.com. Best time in your lifetime. Think about it, to buy a brand new Chevrolet. I don't care if you're 20 years old or 80 years old. You got to see Jack.com. Minutes away from LaGrange, Western Springs, Hinsdale, Burr Ridge, and Indian Head Park. Jack Phelan Chevrolet. And now, Ozzie Guillen is upset, maybe, about Gordon Beckham. Now, he's also made some statements the last few days here. In fact, this is going to be number 2. Item number 2 on my list. Jay, how many am I trying to get through between now and 12:30 when we throw it to a White Sox?
12.
12. And what are we on again right now?
2.
3, 4?
This is 2.
5?
2.
That's it?
That's it. You better hurry up.
All right. Gordon Beckham. Yesterday on the Murph Show, and we hate to hurt our elbow, so we won't pat ourselves on the back too much. Yesterday we talked about what is the best day, the best time, when is the best time to bring up a guy like Gordon Beckham. And I said the worst time, and we had Sox fans disagreeing, which is cool. That's what we do. That's what fans do. Fans talking to fans. We disagreed. I said the worst time to bring up Beckham, in my opinion, would be, tomorrow or the next day, never dreaming it was going to happen. Why? I like to bring up a rookie, a guy like this, on the road, when the team's winning and when things are going well. I bet you that Ozzie Guillen is PO'd. I have nothing to base this on. Ozzie's PO'd about the timing of the recall of Gordon Beckham. Now, what I said yesterday still holds. You should have brought Gordon Beckham up about 7 days ago, when the Sox were coming off back-to-back 2 out of 3 win streaks. They had beat Minnie at home 2 out of 3 and beat Pittsburgh at home 2 out of 3. And then they went on the road for 6 games, 3 at L.A. Angels, and then they swept the Royals. See, I would have brought Beckham up that Monday, May 25 in L.A. Let the kid get 6, 7 games under his belt on the road while the team is winning. You don't bring a kid up, in my opinion, maybe he'll go 12 for his next 12, and then, you know what, that's fine. I have responsibility to risk being wrong. You don't bring the kid up today after you've lost 2 in a row and you got the Indians coming in, I know they're in last place, for 3 and then 5 with the Tigers. You let him get his feet wet. And what did the Sox do 7 days ago? A, they did not bring him up from Double-A, and B, they promoted him to Triple-A. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, item number 3. Let's rifle through these. 45 games for Beckham this year in the minors, okay? Think about this. 38 at Double-A, 7 here in the big leagues. Sox have played about 50-51. My question would be this, and think about it. Would Gordon Beckham be, this is how Ozzie's thinking, I guarantee it. Would Gordon Beckham be more prepared for the A's today, the Indians for 3, and then the Tigers for 5? Would Gordon Beckham, and this is yes or no, and I don't think there's any doubt what you have to say, would he be more prepared for the Tigers and the Indians coming up if he'd been playing in the big leagues since opening day? Well, of course, the answer is yes. The second obvious follow-up question would be, would the Sox have a better record, worse record, or be about the same with Beckham? I guarantee it wouldn't be worse. I guarantee it wouldn't be worse. So you know what Oswaldo was PO'd about? He wanted Beckham, my opinion, coming up on opening day. And if you recall, back in April, we talked about it, like, come on, Murph. I'll stand by it. They didn't want to bring, they being the money guys, the guys with the checkbook. You have to remember, the guys with the checkbook, they got the last word. And the White Sox front office has the checkbook, not Ozzie. And they didn't want to bring Beckham up. Why? Because they didn't want to have him ARB eligible a year earlier, 4 years from now, going to the judge for arbitration, or free agent in 6 years instead of 7 years. That's just my guess. That's just my guess. Let's rifle through some orders. How about the Cub game last night, huh? Now, the bullpen that stunk up the joint one night earlier, lights out. How does that work? How do you evaluate a bullpen, especially this one, the Cubs, when 2 nights ago in Milwaukee, Marmol, Guzman, Gregg, Heilman, they all sucked. And then last night, what happens? They go 4 innings into extra innings, 4 innings, 1 hit. No runs, no walks. How about that? No walks, 3 strikeouts. How can the same guys do this? And it was, you got to hand it to Lou. Marmol, Guzman, Gregg, he brings them right back. Heilman, he probably didn't want to see Heilman. Oh, by the way, thetowngroup.com, if you're the facility vice president, plant operations, the big chillers, piping, mechanical work, big HVAC, sophisticated jobs, they do it right. My guys, thetowngroup.com, West Town, North Town, Southwest Town, and Northwest Town, they do it right. Let's rifle through a few more of these. All right.
Number 5, by the way.
No,
Number 5.
seems like it's been 10, and I got to get to a dozen by 12:30, right, Jay?
You'll get there.
All right.
I have faith.
What are we at, 6?
5.
Okay. Now, how about this little nugget today in the Sun-Times? And it's Gordon Wittenmeyer. Nugget time for Gordy. How about this? It appears now that Carlos Zambrano has missed team flights, to paraphrase, approximately once a year over the last number of years. So every year he misses a flight. Now, that means that everything I said yesterday couldn't have been more wrong. Yesterday I said it's up to Lou Piniella to bring him in and suspend him, Zambrano, for missing the flights. Missing this team flight, I mean. And I said, and if Lou doesn't do it, then the players should have a vote like the Bulls players did when they gave Joakim Noah the extra day 2 seasons ago. That was yesterday. Miss a little, miss a lot if you were around. Now I realize that Lou Piniella, the enabler, has allowed, according to Gordy Wittenmeyer, and apparently without any penalties, certainly no game suspensions, but could there be a monetary? You know what a monetary fine is to a guy making $18 million when the union rule is, I think, what? $1,000 is the most you can fine a guy? Even if it's $18,000 from $18 million, I don't want to do Jay, I'm not going to make you do the thing with the zeros.
Thank you. It's like $18 though, isn't it?
If you were making like $10,000, if you made you were a $10,000 paycheck, it'd be like $18. I think it's like $1.80 probably. Too many zeros.
We're sunk, and we'll have to pay through the nose, and you know.
You're being fined $1.80 for missing a team flight. So I apologize yesterday to Carlos Zambrano and his teammates now that we discover that Lou Piniella has allowed this evidently to occur time and time again. Let's rifle through these, Jay. Next.
Number 6.
Who needed him more? The Cubs or the Sox? One of the amazing under-the-radar trades yesterday was the fact that the Pirates traded Nate McLouth. That's a funny name, isn't it? Nate McLouth is traded. One of the good up-and-coming young center fielders. Bats left. Goes gets him pretty good. He's not as great as you think. The fielding Bible, John DeWan. But the guy gets on base. He steals bases. He's just a ball player. And he was traded to the Braves last night for some minor league players. Now, if the White Sox were ready to make a big trade, or the Cubs are ready to make a big trade, who needed this guy more, the Cubs or the Sox? I will tell you this. It was about even. One more. I got a rifle through, Jay. What is this, 12? 11?
Number 7.
7?
Yep.
All right, text me right now. The number, text me at 67011. Murph, driven to you by ChevyDriveChicago.com. Text me right now. Where will Gordon Beckham end up as an everyday regular ball player? Where will his position be? Will it be, and text me at 67011, the number 2, second base, the number 3, third base, or the letter S, Sam, as in shortstop. Where will Beckham spend most of his career? 2, 3, or the letter S? Murphapalooza. What do you think about that, Hawk? Give it. Oh, there you go. Sports Radio 670, back in a flash. Murphapalooza.
The Rifleman.
Rifling through about a dozen topics. Trying to put 2 hours show into a 30-minute bag. White Sox baseball at 12:30. Murph, driven to you by ChevyDriveChicago.com. What number are we up to? 12?
Number 8, Murph.
8. All right. You know what? Think about this, Sox fans. Would Beckham have been called up if Wilson Betamit, however you want to sound like John Miller, Betamine? Question. Sox fans, think this over. Would Beckham have been called up if Wilson Betamit had not botched that little two-hopping roller ball the night before that set up the big inning that effectively lost the game? Beckham would still be down at AAA if Betamit hadn't have coughed up that ground ball. It's just amazing. Ozzy's PO'd about something if you're just joining us. I don't know. See, Betamit should have never been on the team, but I will say this. 8.
Number 9.
9. Number 9. Got a little Beatles in me. I'll say this, though. Number 9. Congratulations to Jerry Reinsdorf, Kenny Williams. They ate. They put some salt on it, a little pepper on it, a little salad dressing on it, and they ate the remainder of Wilson Betamit's $1.5 $3 million, and I bet it didn't taste very good going down, but nevertheless, you got to tip your hat to them. They ate it. Wasn't that part of the Javi Vasquez, right? He came back, the Braves said, we don't want this guy. If we're going to take the $10 million a year of Vasquez, you're going to take Betterment. Amazing that maybe Ozzie liked the guy. Maybe that was Ozzie's buddy. You never know. All I know is one thing. Ozzie said, turn off the TV.
If they don't like it, when boys come to it, turn the TV off, turn the radio off, or turn around and start walking.
Turn the radio off.
You don't have to watch it here.
Don't listen to the White Sox on the Score. Don't watch the White Sox on Comcast, good old Channel 9, or the U. I wonder how those TV executives are feeling. I think they're calling Brooks. Brooks, did we hear your manager tell people to turn off the television? It's Ozzie. Last night. What are we on here, Jay?
Number 10.
Number 10. How much time we got left? We got a couple of minutes?
About 2.5 minutes.
And then we're throwing it to White Sox?
Right.
And I'm on number what?
10.
Out of 12. Number 10. How about little Babe Ruth? Now, Fontenot last night, all right? Bases loaded double, knocks in 2 runs. In the 4th inning, puts the Cubs up 2-0. It was a fluke rebound off the center field wall with the bases loaded, ricocheted like right to the center fielder on a tricky hop, or 3 runs would have scored. The point is, check out the little Lord Fontenot. Since San Diego, when he was hitting $193, Friday, May 22nd, I want to say it is here, 23rd, in San Diego, he was 23 hits out of 117 at-bats. He pinch hit. I happened to be at that game in San Diego. He pinch hit and is out. Pitcher to first, 1-3. Actually, it was a rocket off the pitcher's shin that ricocheted over to Adrian Gonzalez, who happened to be standing there and stepped on the base. Ever since then, he says he has a little change in his swing. I don't know. Ever since then, he's been hitting lights-out line drives, hang the laundry on it. Since Friday, May 23rd, Fontenot, now from 193 up to 231, doesn't sound like much. 11 for his last 29, hitting .380. He is on fire. And another guy you want to trust in is Vuk, Jeff Vukovich. I've been telling you about Vuk for years. Everybody knows Jeff Vukovich. Someday you will too. For all your insurance needs, my nationwide insurance agent there, Park Ridge Family Guy, good guy, Jeff Vukovich.
Number 11, Murph.
Number 11. All right. How about this? Derek Lee, who had a terrible game Tuesday night with the Braves. He dropped the throw over from Terrio, which effectively set up the inning that was the beginning of the end for the Cubs. E3 on a throw right there about ankle high. He tried to stop it like a 5-hole stop by the Berlin Wall. Last night, throwing the leather around and heading the game. Derek Lee, see this? Top of the 11th. He tags up and goes from first to second on a long foul fly out to the left fielder. And BB, Bob Brenly, said it perfectly. Anytime, think about this, all you little leaguers out there, anytime you're on base and there's a pop foul or a deep fly ball that's in foul territory, automatically tag up, because if the ball drops, it's a dead ball. You can't advance. If the fielder catches it, as happened last night, Lee ran to second, bang, bang, safe, or maybe the fielder will trip and fall, knock himself out, run around the base. Is this it?
Number 12.
Number 12, the Hoff, my guy. How about Hoff power? Last night, the kid does nothing but get the big hits. The Hoff comes up, top of 11, 2-2. Cubs desperately needing a victory. First and third, 1 out. The pinch hitter comes up and just reaches out, soft little line drive the other way on an outside pitch, knocks in what will be the winning run. I heard some reports that blooper to left field. It was a good piece of woodwork, as the Hawk would say. Did we get to number 12 there, Jay?
Yes, we did.
Tomorrow, Tool of the Week. Murph said, thanks for calling. See you later, everybody. What's on your mind?